Hello viewers, it's me Benoon again, and today we're gonna drive a SGM train, the oldest train in the sprinter lineup of the NS. Today we'll be driving from Zandvoort aan Zee to Amsterdam Central station. And let's get cracking, because this is gonna be a quickie of a video. Well, I say quickie, it's still going to take half an hour, but anyway. In train sim terms is rather quick. Okay, that's set. Headlights on, obviously. Screen wipers on. That. Let's board passengers already. Let's put our destination. There we go, Amsterdam Central Station. And here's a quick view of the passenger area of this train. So these trains, I believe, went into service in the 1970s and are still being used on some lines, but not a lot anymore, because obviously you have the SLT, which has been introduced in 2013. We've got the Flirt, which has been introduced in, I think it was 2016, 2015. And we've got the SNG, obviously, and that has been in service from 2020, 2019. 2018, I don't know. I need to look that up again one time. But today we're going to drive this good old classic train. That is the signal, so that means release the brake and let's go forward. So our next stop will be Overveen. After that we will go to Haarlem, I believe. And after that Haarlem Spaarnwoude. After that another. And then we have Amsterdam Sloterdijk and Amsterdam Centraal. Amsterdam Centraal, which is Amsterdam Central Station. It's a bit rainy. And today I'm not going to be bothered with the demonstration as well. Just going to relax. And do this journey with you guys. Looks a bit weird. But that's supposed to represent the dunes, I believe. Let's get up to 100. I still like this train. It's still a very nice train, in my opinion. I've not grown up with this train. I've grown up with the Met 64, which is an even older train, like I explained in the previous video. But I've been in this train as well, and whenever I catch this train, I do like it, because it's just a nice old classic train, and it's still comfy. And the only thing it doesn't have, I think, is air conditioning, but that's the only disadvantage, I believe. After this there will be a video about the DDZ Intercity. I hope the sound mod will not interrupt the video or disrupt the video a lot, because it still hasn't been fixed, but I think I owe you guys a video about it, because otherwise I'm waiting way too long and we need to get cracking on coverage on all the trains we have, and I think if I've done that video, then we have had all trains you see the most in our country at this moment. After that we can cover older trains, even older than this one. What the fuck? Oh, I think it was something to do with the A to B. Damn it! I wasn't paying attention. Well, shit happens. And this light over here means emergency brake. And now we can start again. Yeah, it switched rapidly, and I didn't have enough time to anticipate because I was trying to talk with you guys. Maybe I should focus on getting this train moving. There we go. Now we've got enough pressure again. And let's just try 50. I can drive trains, but just when I try to do two things at a time, like talk to you guys and drive a train, usually it goes fine, but sometimes it also goes wrong. We're almost at Overveen anyway. Zandvoort aan Zee is, by the way, also the town we have our Formula 1 races at. Our racetrack is over there, for the ones who are fan of that sport. I'm not myself, but hey, that's an interesting fact for you guys out there that like Formula 1. And yes, it is at the beach, and it is it's quite nice. Well, here is station Overveen. Let me see, we have 6 cars. But there is no signage here telling me where to stop with the amount of cars I have. So we'll just stop here. If you heard that, that's just some communication. That's Microsoft Teams, obviously. I also still study. Even though I'm 20 years old, I still study. And maybe will have an influence on how much I upload in the future, but when the time comes, I'll say that. I'll announce that. Alright, let me just reply to that. I'll just do this. I'll cut this out. Okay, sorry for that interruption, but sometimes unplanned stuff comes in between. Because I also do have my obligations in real life. We're almost at Haarlem. Just a short moment. Let's slowly brake to 40 kilometers an hour. Okay. It started screaming when I released the brake a little bit too much. But hey. This is the second crossing we have. I think it's also one of the very few we have in the Netherlands. This is Haarlem. This is a town you have not seen yet again. And that is the station over there. And this track over here leads to Heemstede Aardenhout, and in the end the train goes to Amsterdam Centraal, I believe, and the intercity train even goes to Vlissingen, I believe. But that part is not available yet. I think they're working on it though, but don't know for sure. But in another map, not this map. That's another SGM. And believe it or not, the train I'm driving right now is modernized. Because certain things weren't here. But I'll explain that to you in a minute after I've stopped at this station. But I need to carefully see where I need to stop. Obviously I can only stop in the green area. There's signage for 6. And now we just make a full stop. There we go, 90%. Okay. I believe things like the course sign and stuff wasn't on the train. The seats weren't like this. You didn't have a destination sign as well inside, and there wasn't a announcement, because a lot of Dutch trains have an announcement built in, like a lot of trains around the world, that announces whenever the train stops at a station when it comes near to the station. But we never hear that, because obviously we're the train driver, not the passenger. And it's the city trains in the Netherlands, we do not have announcements. We only have automatic announcements in regional trains, or the sprinters, as we call them. We do have announcements in the intercity trains, but I inform that whenever the train driver almost is at the station they will stop at, they will announce it through the announce system themselves. So whenever you hear an announcement announcing the next station, the next stop, it's the train driver saying that. Our next stop will be Spaanwouden, or Haarlem, Spaanwouden, because it's still Haarlem. And it's starting to rain again. Wonderful. Also, a nice fact to know about Haarlem. Haarlem is the place where the trains get renovated and modernized and recycled. Why? So the lifespan of the train obviously is longer, and when the train company in this case saves money. Also obviously invests money into modernizing the trains, but they also save a lot of money by making sure the trains run longer, by modernizing them and recycling and using climate friendly material. There's a lot of trains used recycled stuff from previous trains that have been demolished. It's quite interesting. Not entirely good stop, but hey, it's a stop. This train is not too difficult to control, but it handles a little bit differently than the other trains, obviously, because it's first of all not a combined throttle brake situation, and second of all it has like 3 modes of acceleration. I believe 3 or 4 modes of acceleration of throttle. And the brake is also like in a couple of the brake also has a couple of phases modes. As you can see here, 100% is PZ, 75% is S, and 50% is R, and after that it's basically and when I show you the other trains as well in the future, you will also see they have similar throttles and brakes. It's all part of how trains worked in history. In the past, I mean. My vocabulary is not always excellent, just saying. So, oh yeah, that is the station's name, Halfweg Zwanenburg. I forgot the name because it's such a long name and it's so hard to remember. And after that we have Amsterdam Sloterdijk. And then Amsterdam Centraal Station, so only 3 stations to go, with the third station being the final destination. We're also passing a place which is where a horrific accident happened in 2011 with an airplane from Turkish Airlines that crashed near the runway of Schiphol Airport. Schiphol Airport is big. You can look at it on the internet. But yeah, look it up if you want to know more. But that's we were near that area. We were near the crash site just a couple of seconds ago. Okay, I'm going to stop full throttle mode. Oh yeah, interesting as well is this train has a top speed of 125. I need to brake hard, please, otherwise we're never going to make it. Otherwise we will never be able to stop. But now we are going to make it. Let's release the brake a bit, because otherwise we stop before the station. And that's never ideal. There, almost a perfect stop. Just a little bit past the sign, I think. Yeah, a little bit. Literally a couple of inches, I believe. Yeah, it's not too much. Not too bad. Oh, I forgot. Oh, the doors didn't open here. Okay, weird. Sometimes that happens. And they opened here. Okay, yeah, well, that's a bug. That sometimes happens. This is going to be the thumbnail, I believe. Sorry, let me look. Yeah, Sloterdijk, Amsterdam Centraal. Like I said. So this is Amsterdam Sloterdijk. And the previous video came from above. Now we came from the west. And the previous video from the north. And we're going over here. And I believe we can leave. Yes, we're allowed to leave. Let's decompressorize the brake. And let's move on. And let's stop the windscreen wipers. Now we're branching off. Oh, we're not branching off. We're taking a curve towards, taking a bend towards Amsterdam Sloterdijk. Oh, not yet. Not yet. First this long piece of track. Let's see if we can get a decent drive by. Oh, it's a shame. This is the only option. Let's see what the typhoon, the horn sounds like. That was the horn. Now we're taking the bend towards Amsterdam Centraal. That's the intercity to Vlissingen, I believe. That's the train going towards Hoorn, I believe. Then we'll sprint the light train. Oh shit. Full brake by accident. It's quite busy here in Sloterdijk. I think that's the sprinter to Uitgeest. And that's the sprinter from Uitgeest to Renen or Veenendaal. And that's the sprinter to Zandvoort aan Zee. There we go. That's a Math 54. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be overtaking my train. Yeah. The train is clearly not going with the A to B speed limit. Or is his track speed different? I don't know. I guess it's hard for the AI to abide by the A to B rules. I think the AI only sees these things, but still, I think he's going rather fast. Jesus Christ! Jesus! This ATB is really strict. You can't mess around with this train because otherwise it just nope stops. It doesn't. It is merciless. Doesn't give a damn. So my recommendation is, if you want to drive this train, please have good reflexes. Or please have good reflexes. Just have good reflexes. And welcome to Amsterdam Central Station. Oh, going through a tree. This is our platform, where it also stops in real life. Okay, that was it. That was our journey, and now a final spin around Amsterdam Central Station. Fortunately, they didn't do this. But hey, map making is hard. Oh yeah, with the modernization they also added that beep for the door. So speed is up and I will end this video. Your service ends here. Well, that was the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you have some feedback or questions or general comments, place it in the comment section. And if you loved the video, please consider subscribing. It helps out the channel. See you guys later.